What's going on YouTube? It's Alfred here. I know it's been a long time since I last made a video on this channel, but I do want to continue growing my channel. I do want to continue giving you guys a little bit more content, especially for my first video, which everybody who subscribed through that video to this channel was for my Stephen King book collection. And then after that, I went around and go ahead and did videos for tool hauls from Harbor Freight, Home Depot. So I do want to come back a little to the Stephen King subscribers and pretty much how I started the channel. So I do have an unboxing here today. It's been a while since I did anything Stephen King related, but I did recently just purchase some Stephen King books, and I did want to post it up on the channel. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so the Stephen King books that I actually purchased is the Dark Tower series. This is a whole box set that was bought from Amazon. As you can see, Stephen King, the Dark Tower, and then the back. I'm sorry for that window glare. But this here, it's pretty dope. It has all the Stephen King books, The Gunslinger, Drawing of the Three, The Wastelands, The Wizard of Glass. We also have Wind Through the Keyhole, which is always nice, The Wolves of the Kala, Song of Susanna, and of course The Dark Tower. So I want to do a little unboxing with this box set here. So let me go ahead and get out my trusty knife. And for all my Harbor Freight subscribers, here you go. I bought the tactical knife. Let me focus in. I don't know if it'll focus or not, but this is a tactical knife that I bought from Harbor Freight. About $4 or $5.99, so definitely get you one of these. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and cut from the top. There's just a little slit right here. Definitely don't want to cut any of the books. I know that I'm doing this wrong because the knife is coming my way, but I'm being really careful. I'm going really slow. There you go. So with those, here is the box set. Okay, here it is, guys. Again, The Dark Tower by Stephen King, the complete box set by Scriber Publishing. Again, has all the books, Wolves of the Kala, has every Dark Tower book. Whoops. So let me go out and bring them out to you one by one, and we can go ahead and take a look at these. So for the first one, we have The Gunslinger. So I have read The Gunslinger. It's a great book. This book, it's what started me to really get into The Dark Tower. Again, of course, it's the first book. There's a lot of people who have mixed feelings about this book, but I personally love it. It's one of my favorites. So this is The Gunslinger. Again, here it is. It has a little part here from the major motion picture of The Gunslinger, which I personally didn't mind. It, of course, is not an adaptation of the books. It just uses things throughout the books and makes its own thing. I don't know. I felt it was okay, but anyways. Here's The Gunslinger. Next up, we have the Drawing of the Three. This so far, I haven't read all the Dark Tower books, but this one here so far, as of all the ones that I have read, this is my favorite. This book right here is very interesting. As compared to this book, this one here is what got started, piqued my interest. But this book here in particular made me really want to read the whole series. The Drawing of the Three is very fascinating. Again, we follow Roland through his quest to the Dark Tower. We also meet other characters that are essential to the series. This book, it's action-packed. I absolutely adore this book. It's one of the best of the Dark Towers, in my opinion, but I'm only on the 4th book, so hopefully there are other ones that are like this, but this is, again, my favorite so far. Next up, let me see, put those on the side. Next up, we have The Wastelands. The Wastelands is a great book as well. It's the 3rd installment of the Dark Tower series. This one here, it's To me, it was a little slow in the middle, but it definitely picked up in the end. This book here is not my favorite out of the four that I've read. This is my least favorite, but it's not to say that it's a bad book. I just didn't enjoy it as much as The Gunslinger, The Drawing of the Three, and the next book that I'm gonna bring out. But still a great read, and it's very essential to the series. So the book that I just finished is Wizard and Glass. This is the fourth installment of the book. Here it is. I'm sorry guys, I didn't show you the other ones, but they're all essentially the same in the back. So this book here, it is different than the previous three. This one here, we take a step back. We go ahead and find out more of what Roland was like as growing up. It's essentially a love story, but this book here, I liked it. It was a different pace from the last three, but this book here in particular is the first time we meet Roland in his world. So I think it's essential to have the background of Roland, how he grew up. So this book in particular is very essential to the series just because we get a lot of backstory from Roland. I adore this book. This is the book that I've read up to this point. This is the last book that I have read, and it's so fresh in my mind, but I love this book. It is a great, awesome book. Now the next one that I'm going to read is Wind Through the Keyhole. This one here is the newest book of the Dark Tower series. Now this one here, sorry guys, let me just make sure it focuses. Okay, I don't know if it'll focus, but this one here is the newest book of the Dark Tower series. This was released after all 7 original Dark Tower books were released. This one here goes after Wizard and Glass. It's essentially the 4.5 book of the 7 book series, or now it's 8 book. So this one here I have not read. I'm going to get through it. I just haven't had the time for it yet. I am currently reading 11/22/63. But once I finish that, I'm going to go ahead and start this and get my quest back to the Dark Tower. Now, the next book we have here is Wolves of the Kala, which is the next installment of the Stephen King book. Just want to show you guys the front. Again, I haven't read these books. The last book I read was the 4th book, but I just want to show you how it looks like. There it is. And again, these books, I don't know, I haven't seen any box set unboxing or revealing of the books here on YouTube, but just thought it was a good idea just to show you guys the books. Next is Song of Susanna, which is the 7th book of the Dark Tower series. It's a shorter book than Wolves of Kala and Wizard of Glass, but it looks like it's, you know, if it's Stephen King Dark Tower series, I'm all for it. So here's Song of Susanna. There it is, Song of Susanna. There you go. And lastly, the last book of the Dark Tower series, which is the 7th book, or 8th, I guess. It is the Dark Tower. Now this is where it all ends. This is the last quest to the Dark Tower, the last book. This is where it all goes down, and I'm so excited to go ahead and get to this book and read through it. People tell me mixed things about the whole series, how it ends, but I don't care. I am ready to get to it, to read it, and have my own opinion on it, but this is the Dark Tower. So there it is, guys. Here is the Dark Tower 8-book box set by Stephen King. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and the unboxing, and hopefully you guys subscribe to my channel. If you guys want to see future videos of Stephen King related things, either a top 5 or a book collection update or anything Stephen King related, definitely drop a like and comment down below if that's something you guys would like to do. Once again, this is Alfred, and again, this is the 8-book box set by Stephen King of the Dark Tower. Talk to you guys later. Peace.